And welcome back to the Cassandra Jolliffe Show. We are on location here in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm so glad you guys are tuning in today. I'm excited about this show because it's something a little different. I've been wanting to do kind of like a cooking type of thing. And we have my very special guest, Tavon Brooks. Say hello to the people down below. Say hello.
How you doing today, everybody? Glad to be here.
And Mara, I am glad to have you here because we're going to talk about a man who's a visionary, who has a mission for change, and that's exactly what I've always known you to be. And so I want to talk about fatherhood, entrepreneurship, and of course you taking on a whole new role pretty here soon in politics in the Lou. So I want to hear more about that. So, if you would, do share.
Where should I start? Again, first and foremost, allow me to give honor and praises to every element in the room.
Yes.
Because of you all, this is happening. Also to my ancestors and elders, I stand on their shoulders. And, I'm thankful. So, first and foremost, I'm a father. I don't know where to start. Like, I've never actually been in this kind of environment. Not behind the camera, we're in front like this.
So
I'm a little nervous now.
Are you really?
Yes.
He's usually not. He's a confident man.
No, I'm confident always, but still, even the confident man is a little nervous. I mean, you didn't say he was. You said cameras, lights, action.
Basically.
But anyway, I'm honored to be here. I am about change.
Yes.
I'm for change. I'm about ownership change, personal change. I feel like we lack, as African Americans, we lack the ability to say we own something. And as a community, we have individuals who own, but as a community, we do not. So I'm here to make that happen.
So you're here to make that change,
yes.
As Michael Jackson would say.
Change. And it starts in the mirror. It starts with you first.
See, ain't that prophetical?
Yeah.
It's true. It starts with each person individually, and so give us a little bit about your background. Now, you're originally from. Is it
Baltimore? I was born and raised in Baltimore.
Yes, Baltimore.
I had a rough life like everybody else. My father left me at the age of 3. Last thing I remember him saying is, "I love you." I was 3 years old.
You remember seeing? I remember
that. Yeah, I remember. I was on the stairs and he was walking away. And he said, "I love you," and I was 3. That's the only thing I remember. But I'm originally from Baltimore. We left Baltimore and moved to Chicago. I lived in Chicago from the age of 7 to I was about 14, 15. We left Chicago and I went to Israel.
Now, do tell me about Israel.
So Israel is one of the most beautiful places on the planet. It is nothing like what the news say it is. It's nothing that it's a third world country. It's so more advanced than America.
I heard their technology is like off the charts.
Off the charts.
I mean, like
off the charts.
Major. They're so past the United States. They're probably just up there with Asian countries like China and Japan.
Oh, it is.
Or excel them. Maybe that's the case.
When I came back and I rode on the trains here, I was a little bit shocked to see that we still had to pull the wire.
What do they do there?
When I left, they was doing that. They have buttons. You can push a button on your chair. It's so high tech. It's beautiful.
Gosh.
You can push a little button. There's no wire. It's so advanced. It's beautiful. I slept with my doors unlocked.
Really?
We did not lock our doors at night.
Oh my, that is Israel.
And it wasn't a community. No, but hold on. It was a community of African Americans who decided to move to Israel. A group of about 4,000, 5,000 residents who had the same attitude as Americans that some of us know here. They went to Israel, and within like 25 years, they adapted, changed. They became a community where you called everybody mother, you called everybody father.
Wow.
No one locked their doors. Everybody was vegans. I'm gonna tell you a story.
Speaking of vegan,
I know food is coming. Food is coming.
Everybody know I like to eat.
Yes, I think they do.
They do. Well, you know firsthand.
But yeah, I'm about change. I'm about that holistic, healthy wellness change. I've been a vegan for almost 32 years of my life.
Have
And I
you
feel,
really?
yeah.
So vegan, I think I came across veganish when I had relocated back to LA back in 2011.
Okay.
And that's when I got exposed to all this veganism,
Okay.
which is my words, veganism. But
I heard it's heavy out there. I heard
it's
veganism is,
massive. Like if you're not a vegan, they looking at you like you don't need to be in Los Angeles.
see,
Go
I like
somewhere and
that.
sit down
I
because
like
you know they really are. Southern California and California period, but I was particularly say Southern California is very health conscious. They're very mind conscious, and they're very. Health is a big deal. Hey, speaking of health,
So what we have tonight for you, we are feeding today's dinner. It's going to start with the salad, a nice
is it?
chef salad. I'm old school, so you got to eat your salad first. You got to eat the
salad,
salad. If you don't eat your salad, you don't get the junk food.
Okay. Do we have junk food?
I do.
Okay, good.
It's a little secret, but it's some junk food. But we're going to start with a salad.
Yes.
Now, the salad consists of the cucumbers, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, garlic. I even added some ginger and basil. So because of the COVID, ginger helps fight that. Ginger, garlic, turmeric, that helps fight all of that illness. So
there we go.
So you're now eating, this is the chef salad.
This is, when he says chef salad, I'm going to tell y'all. When he said the word chef salad, you know that took me back to 8th grade at West High School. And chef salad was a different type of salad. So when you said chef salad, I was like, oh my God, we're going back to the 80s.
Chef salad.
But this is a good chef salad. This looks very bourgeois. I like it.
It's bourgeois. Sumac is in it. Sumac is a Middle Eastern herb. It's a blood purifier.
What?
It's a Middle Eastern herb.
Conscious.
I try to be.
Yeah, you are.
I try to be. Within the last 5 years, I became healthy conscious. Before that, I was just healthy.
And now you're healthy conscious.
Yeah, I know what I eat now.
So that's a good thing. So I'm going to take a little bite here.
Take a little bite.
And Marah. And this is the first time, this is his history, you guys, that's watching. Thank you guys for watching. If you're just now tuning in, you are watching the Cassandra Jolly Show. Do let us know where you're coming from, what part of the world. This is my first time having the foodiness.
Hold on, let me hear this.
Let me hold up. Let me hear my crunch too. Jesus. Hold on.
Olive oil, ginger, sumac, garlic, basil, some fresh dill.
Yeshua. This is delish. That's what I'm talking about. Nice and fresh, delicious yet light, yet satisfying. I got that off of The Lion King.
Do you know the reason why they used to make us eat our salad first?
Do tell, because he's a historian. Tell us about it.
What I've read, and this is probably, I'm sure it's true, but when you eat your salad, if you eat your heavy food first, it makes you full and you don't have time to eat your veggies. But if you eat your salad first, it actually coats the stomach and gets it ready for the heavy food. So,
yeah. Thank you, Tavon. Such a gentleman. I just love those kind of people. Gentlemen. So rare these days. Thank God there's still a few good men out there that are gentlemen.
It's more than a few.
Well, okay.
It's more than a few.
It's more than a few.
It's more than a few.
Well, real gentlemen, please show up some more. How about that?
I represent all of them.
Yes, you do. Okay, so getting back to Israel.
Yeah.
A community, and I remember like a long time ago coming across this group of people from America, Black folks went to Israel, but I didn't know very much about it. And then you and I connected about what now 5, 6 years ago?
Yeah, about 6 years ago.
Through a mutual acquaintance, which is Angela Monet. Thank you for making the connection of the friendship here. Appreciate you. And then you lived in Israel for how many years?
Almost 28, 29 years.
Wow. And you speak, okay, you know you gotta say something.
I speak Hebrew.
Okay, say something for the people there.
דימונה, אני מתגעגע לכם, בעוד שנה אני אבוא לבקר אתכם, אבא, אמא, מתגעגעים.
El Elyon, Elohim, El Shaddai. That's all I got.
That's Hebrew?
Yeah, it is. That's all I got.
That's God. Speaking God.
It is.
Okay.
It is. So I've always been a person of languages, folks, different language. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's so cool that you said
Yeah.
all that. Now, what did all that mean?
I just said I miss the folks at home in Israel. My mother and father, I miss them. I'm coming home next year to visit them for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So tell us, the one thing I know about you, Tavon, I know you care for people.
Too much sometimes.
But you got a good heart. I mean, it all pays off in the end. Too
I
much.
hope it pays off before I end up moving on to another. You know how I don't want to be the ones that they end up going away and they have nothing to show for it. But I'm a entrepreneurial community person.
You are, and that's what I like about you, because you care about people, genuinely care. I mean, earnestly. He will give you the shirt off his back, probably his account numbers, maybe social security number. I don't know. You just really care about people. And the other part I love about you is that you're such a father to your son.
Have to be.
I just love this relationship that he has with his son. So tell us about your fatherhood. What does that mean to you? I know your son is the most precious person in your life. So tell us a little bit about that.
I'm not going to say the worst fatherhood, but I've had a challenging fatherhood. My father left me when I was 3, my biological father. My mother remarried a retired Navy. So by the age of, I would say about the age of 15, 16, I met this new Navy guy. I didn't understand him at the time because he never had children. So he treated me like I was the Navy. I'm not the Navy, but he get up in the morning at 6 a.m. before you go to bed, do your chores kind of person. Old school. We ate dinner at the table every night. Weekends, we definitely ate. On the Israeli holidays, we had family nights. So it was like it was a Navy, but I didn't understand that it was structured family Navy. So when he had his firstborn, my brother, I seen how he connected to him. Now, when we had me and my other brother, there was no connection. So I really didn't have that intimate father figure. So, but when I had my son, I began to realize now he wasn't there for me in that way, my stepfather, but I know what I've missed. And I'm gonna give my son every ounce of that. And that's why I said he would get every drop of me being, a father. And I want people to see that because as an African community, we don't see that a lot.
That's true. And that's the sad part. I remember seeing shows, and you guys that are Black folks, y'all know if y'all see these shows, and if you good white ones too, y'all probably seen this too. So Good Times, take you back to the 70s and 80s. Good Times. You saw James Evans. Now James Evans was my daddy too. Okay, because I felt like, and my father was in my life as well, so I can't say that he wasn't. But it was something about having a man who in the home, whose presence was known, who showed that father figure, how they love their children, whether they're encouraging them, disciplining them, inspiring them, whatever the case may be. That was that father figure. And then you go up to the 80s, and then you got Bill Cosby on the Hustables, and then seeing that. And so when I think about, me witnessing, seeing you and your son together, and the genuine, and these are my words, so don't take it out of context, just doing a little something. And that is, I love the love affair that you and your son have. Y'all have such a healthy relationship, and you're very hands-on with your son.
Have to be, I feel like every child has once I found out what his communication was, then I was able to give him more. I'm hard on him. Sometimes I feel like I'm too much. But before I even get into that, my stepfather, he was a man in the house. Now, he wasn't probably intimate to me and to my brother as far as giving us that father love, but he made his presence known in the house.
Oh, yeah.
When he came around, it was, father was home, don't mess around, do what you're supposed to do. But, and he was, I would say he was the father that every person needs to have. But, he was that person. So
yeah, it's something when you have like a father in the home. My parents divorced when I was younger, but I'm a blend of a daddy's girl and a mommy's girl. So I just I feel like I can have my cake and eat it too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure I must have gave my dad a run for his money
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times because he probably didn't know what to do with me because I was like super hyper, all over the place, very affectionate, very much wanting to spend time with him and do things with him, and thinking outside the box and sharing him my little thoughts and stuff. And so having a father that just shows up in your life like that makes such a big difference, especially in those formative years. So I can only imagine what your son's going to be like in the future.
Well, you know what even helped me was the community in Israel, because everybody was considered my father. When I didn't have my father, there were other men considered fathers to me. They would take me, and it was a natural thing. Brothers would share knowledge with you easily. Like, so here's in Israel, here's how I got my whole life aligned with who I am. So in Israel, I was a producer. I produced a lot of music in Israel.
What?
A
Let me get your
lot.
autograph.
That's one of the moments where you're working for the passion and you don't do the business part about it. So people love my music. I did a lot of music for people, but then somebody said you should become an entrepreneur and sell your own music. So I started selling my own music door to door, and then I rented a car and I would take these four brothers out that were, one was a hitman, used to be like officially he was a hitman, like
a real hitman, like the one to take you out. That's on assignment and got paid.
He was a real hitman. Moved to Israel to change his life.
Word. Did he change his life?
Oh, he did. He did. And he was a Golden Glove boxer, so it was like he would teach me.
So he literally was.
Oh yeah.
Hitman.
Yeah. Then I had another brother who was a scholar, a doctor. It was like he was married to his books.
Intellect.
He wouldn't touch his. Look, he was married to his books. So everywhere we go, he would teach about it. He'd have a book. Read this book. I ain't got to read the book, but I read it still, So I had another brother who was more of he was an entrepreneur / linguist person.
Okay.
So I had these four brothers that I traveled with every day, and every day they educated me. And to me, I was just driving them, but they were educating me on life, how they deal with women. That didn't go too well with the women, but they were educating me on life, period. Like, honest, like, move like this, move like that. Your father didn't do this because he's trying to do this. And they kept me aligned. And I was able to see, okay, so, I mean, this community works.
So community lyrics. So speaking of community.
Yes.
When I had came back from LA, I think you were just starting to do something in the community in downtown St. Louis. I know you had like a project you were a part of where there was like this community garden, and you wanted to connect relationships with the downtown St. Louis community, but also the surrounding areas, both crossing arms with people of other nationalities, white, Asian, Black, the whole gamut. So what transitioned you into, if you would, community leadership through politics? Because you're now running for
Alderman. Yeah.
Alderman. So when I found that out, I was so tickled pink because I got surprised. In fact, I told him. That's what I told him. I was like, dude, why don't you run for office? Like the office, like the president of the United States.
That's out of my reach,
No, I don't. I
above my pay grade. I just wanted to stay with the regular normal people and make the regular paycheck everybody else gets.
No, because you're not regular.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're really not. Okay. You're not. I mean, you just spoke, Hebrew.
I do regular things regular people do.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
20 something. President of the United States.
Probably the president of Mars, probably.
Well, they are up in space right about now. So do tell me this. What made you decide to get in the political scene? Where does that come from? Does that come from just a need, a desire, a want, or was it something that something provoked you to say, you know what, I got to get in the game. I got to bring a change. So now you're a man on a mission. What does that look like?
So it's hard to say exactly where it's from because moving through the community, you notice the mental illness, you notice the physical illness, you notice diet, you notice so many wrong things we have in our community. So it's like coming from a community where, so now we have the second course, which is mushroom potato soup with vegan chicken strips. I mean, fish strips.
OMG, my goodness. Thank you. Thank you very. And we have the lovely, you have your
My campaign manager,
your campaign manager. What's her lovely name again?
Helen.
Helen. Thank you, darling. This is,
You know.
and she's absolutely gorgeous, y'all. Maybe she'll come on the camera. We'll see what happens. I
That's
hope she will.
community. You know, when my whole team consists of community. So everybody has a community background.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to run for alderman?
So again, you know, seeing so many things go wrong in the community.
I have to give him praise. Go ahead. I got to give him praise. Thank you, Jesus.
What show is this again? This is the cooking show.
It's a cooking show. Is faith. You know what I'm saying? It's entrepreneurship. It's family. It's friendship.
That's what it
And
is.
Mara, this is here. That's so delicious there, son.
Now, but to get to the point what got me to run for alderman is we don't have enough
Thank
role
you,
models.
Jesus. Go ahead.
We don't have enough role models. You know, we don't have enough. Get that picture. We don't have enough. You know. You're so funny.
I'm funny. I'm famished, and I'm enjoying my conversation.
I love it.
Hey, Logan,
I feel like I'm on
my
with the-
assistant, my executive producer assistant. Hey, Logan, can I get that tea that he made for me?
that rhymes. The tea that made for me.
It does.
You're rhyming now, huh?
Yeah, I am. I mean, you know, I got some buster rhymes. I can make some stuff happen. A little corny, but it works. Thank you, darling. I so appreciate it. So let's talk. Keep going, but I want to tell the people about this tea you made for Was.
So this is a hibiscus ginger turmeric tea.
It's so delicious, y'all. What else is in there? I thought you said honey.
It's a little agave.
I'm sorry, agave.
Agave is more natural than honey.
It is.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Agave. So the hibiscus are actually organic. Let me take that for you. You guys.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
No, not yet.
The hibiscus is actually organic hibiscus leaves, not the
Exactly. And I
fresh
did
hibiscus.
taste one of them, and it was so
Yeah.
delish.
Hibiscus helps with the inflammation in the lungs, which fight against the corona. Corona is a respiratory disease, so
Say it again, Spanky.
I know, Spanky.
Say this here helps. fight
Hibiscus tea, it helps with inflammation in the body.
Mhm.
I would even recommend, a friend of mine actually has made this hibiscus tea cold brew that's called Wakave. I think it's called Wakave. He's local.
What?
You can look it up, and it's when I say he cold brew it, which it retains a lot of the antibiotics and the healthiness that the plant to give. Here in St. Louis, it's a local brewer.
Is he selling it online?
He's selling it. You can get it at Golden Groceries, or you can look up Wakave and online, and you can get it from him.
Okay,
But
Wakave.
it's a cold brew hibiscus tea, and it is awesome. All natural ingredients. And if you drink that once a day, it will help with any inflammation in your lungs.
Oh, I'm going to be on the case.
Yeah. And I'm not a doctor, so
Not a doctor.
this is me, my personal experience telling you this.
Yes, so don't try to come after the jaw group.
Yeah, right.
Doesn't work.
I'm not a doctor.
My lawyers are bigger than your lawyers. Go
Okay.
ahead. I'm kidding, but not. Okay, go ahead.
So that's the tea.
That tea is delicious. OMG, my goodness. I have to have some more of this before I leave.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. So you transitioned into,
Why I'm running for alderman?
yes, why you're running for all
So
this.
the main reason is I managed a campaign about 4 years ago. A good mentor of mine I was running for alderman. He asked me to manage his campaign. I did it. We failed. But in failing, I realized there was a lot of work to be done. So I did it again. He ran for committee man. We won. And I said that it's time for more to get in the race and do good things. He's a good brother. I really admire his energy,
Mm-hmm.
and he got me into running. So I'm here because of others who doing it need the help, and I'm here to help.
And so the ward you will be running, because he's going to win,
Mm-hmm.
is Ward what?
21st.
It's 21st Ward.
One of the most, to me, I think 21st is like the gem of St. Louis. You know, I know. Swallow your food first. Don't.
I was trying to, in my throat, my whole throat, I said word, but I couldn't get it out because I had food in my mouth. So
This
so
whole
word-
area, actually, the 21st Ward, the 4th Ward, the 1st Ward, these wards here, to me, I feel like doing the history of it is it's a gem. These are real homes with the real brick.
Yeah,
The house can catch on fire and
still stands.
still stand. And the history here, the history of what it used to be here. Like, you know, so I feel like this. Why can't we have that same mentality of preserving our ward back with us? It's a mindset, and I'm here to change the mindset of the people.
So is it kind of like, correct me if I'm wrong, is it kind of like transitioning to or striving towards or capturing the Black New York's exchange, Black Wall Street, excuse me, Black Wall Street, building community, creating wealth and ownership, and transforming a community through, and that's not exclusively, it's not all about the Benjamins, y'all know that, right? But community, I mean, clearly those people from that era were community, and they helped one another, and they came up together. So, the fact that they were bombed was a serious threat, and I don't think it's so much of just the wealth, but it was the unity and the community and the spirit of those people that made the difference.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Like, how do you feel about this in the 21st Ward?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do tell.
So I am all for Black entrepreneurship, deep in my bones.
Deep in your bones.
However, running for alderman, I don't want to come out and say it's a Black movement,
I concur.
because I'm in a community that has a diverse. I want my community to thrive. You know, I'm about partnerships. Everybody white is not the devil.
I concur.
Everybody Black is not God.
That's true.
So I'm here for the community. So if anyone comes in my community, I don't care what nationality you are, I represent the community as a whole. Now, your personal wants and beliefs and, God, that's fine. Keep it in your house. Unless someone comes in your house and say, teach me that, that's your personal belief. I'm not here for no one's personal belief. I'm here for the community. So when someone has an agenda, or you come and say Black Wall Street, I'm for Black Wall Street.
But you for all the streets.
But I'm for the community. And one thing about learning Hebrew, it gives you the definition of a word of its essence. What I mean by that, it lets you know if it's male or female, what word it is.
That's true.
So again, the word in Hebrew, ruach, which is spirit, is the same word as for wind, the air you breathe. So I don't see no difference from a community. So I'm here for the community, not for just Black Wall Street or not for White Wall Street. I'm here for everybody. Everybody have a solution. Everybody have ideas. Everybody have a mind.
Exactly.
So I'm for that.
I love it. So you're about unity at the end of the day. I mean, that's what the word community comes. It's about union, unity, right? Communion, communication, connection, fellowship. So you are going to be governing this ward. Projected when?
I wouldn't use the word govern.
Okay, what would you call it?
Representative. A servant to the community.
He is definitely a servant.
I don't think when someone elects you, you are governing something. You're serving the people that elected you. So my job is to pretty much represent the people to the state or to whoever entity that needs or has what the community needs. I'm just a servant,
He said it. He said it earlier before we went on live. He said that he was a servant, and you really are. You really do serve people from the heart, and I believe whatever comes from the heart, and that's not just a cliche. It really is true. What comes from the heart reaches the heart. It really does. And so, what's on the horizon outside of this? What else next do you have on the horizons for your future?
As an entrepreneur, I have so many things, but
No, you're like a serial entrepreneur.
I feel like, they say it only takes one idea. So I have a lot of ideas. And so here's the thing. I'm going to tell you what I'm involved in right now.
Do tell.
So I'm on the horizon of opening a hair salon.
Word?
It's actually created. I'm looking for hairstylists now, but it's a exclusive hairstylist salon.
Is it really? What makes it exclusive?
The service, the cater how you will receive. It's not just you come to get your hair done. It's education. It's hairstylist. It's a whole culture. It's a lifestyle.
It's an experience.
That's perfect word. It's an experience.
Thank you. I do what I can.
I give you 2 points on that. It's an experience.
All right, just 2 points.
2 points. 2 points. We have a whole night, so you got to build up to the 2 points.
I want to have my cake and eat it. Okay.
I know. 2 points.
Okay, 2 points. So you got that. Your background's also in the restaurant industry. So tell me about that, which may speak to the fact that you're vegan. So you tell me.
Well, restaurant came into place is my family in Israel had started a vegan restaurant.
What?
It was called The Taste of Life.
Oh.
In Tiberias, the city where Jesus had walked on the Galilee.
Yeah.
So we were blessed. We had a partner that had lots of money, and we opened this vegan restaurant. It was good for about maybe 3-4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I got into managing it, and I just grew to love people. People just, everybody has a story, and I want to know what your story is. So, and I guess God blessed me with the gift to be able to talk to anybody, be with anybody, and accept them for who they are without feeling offended of who I am. I know who I am.
You really do.
So, I got into hospitality. I got into restaurant. I got my bachelor's in public relations.
Makes sense.
So, I love people. And then when I came here, I met someone here by the name of Anthony. I think you know Anthony Stewart, another chef. Received another blessing and got a restaurant and asked me, hey, why don't you manage it for me? I'm like, I'll be your partner. He's like, okay, cool. So we got into it. I loved it.
So you said I'll be your partner, which spoke to the entrepreneur side, because
Absolutely.
You're like, no, I'm not interested in working for you.
Right.
I'm interested in working with you in collaboration in terms of partnership, which is strong. Go ahead, because
Exactly.
you're talking my language.
Exactly. So we opened it. It was a beautiful bar, sports bar. The first sports bar and group we opened, we didn't calculate all of the moving parts involved with it. So year and a half later, we had to, let it go.
Shut it down.
But in doing so, there was a restaurant up the street from us who used to always come and tell me how they admire how we used to have it popping at night and asked me to work for them when it closed down. And at The Choice, and I've been there ever since, so.
Is that the one?
The Choice Restaurant. It's a family-owned, Black family-owned restaurant. Been here 11 years. Soul food.
What?
Yeah, soul food.
So did you encourage some vegan soul food meals?
I did.
Okay.
I started having my vegan tasting there. They actually already had slightly vegan stuff. They don't cook meat in their veggies. They have grains with no meat. All the vegetable jams. They don't use any heavy oils or grease. It's cooked home style cooking. It's not the cholesterol, fat. No. They do have the oxtails and neck bones.
Well, you gotta have oxtails.
That I don't recommend, but I heard they were good.
Hey, I'm Jamaican. In half of my mind, I'm Jamaican.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a Jamaican family out of Los Angeles, very close with them. We're 30 years strong. And one of my best friends, Juliet, who may be watching, she's a gourmet chef and baker. And so she's Jamaican. And so, I get showered with this cuisine weekly. And so one of my things, and she can cook anything. I mean, she just doesn't do Jamaican food. She does all types of different cuisines. But when she does make those oxtails, praise God, I do.
Praise God.
Bless them and purify them and eat them with joy and gladness. Just saying, Jules, get them ready for me when I get back in town. Thanks, doll. Go ahead.
Hey, so oxtails all day long if you want to make a choice, come and get it. But it's about family. The restaurant stands for family, and the owners are strong in their ways because they know what they're doing, and I'm strong in my ways. We don't see eye to eye all the time, but because what it stands for, it's a family restaurant. Been there for so long, so I support any business I really support family and community.
Excellent. Well, that's really sums you up. You're a person of community. You're about family, and that's what I like about you. You've always, just from the very first time when we first met, I just felt like you were just one of those real kind of guys with a good heart. And I watched you. I studied you, and I watched you, and I'm so proud of you and what you're doing. And I cannot wait to have you back on the show when you become president of the United States of America unto the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible. So we'll see what happens.
There's one show you can do when I become president. If I become president. So I actually seen the President Obama do a coffee with this comedian. One of my favorite segments. What's the name?
Oh yeah, it's Seinfeld.
Yes.
I saw that.
I love that series. I love how he did that. That was perfect.
Yeah,
So if I ever become president, definitely pull up in a nice car like the President Obama had, and we can.
And I get the interview.
Absolutely.
Okay. I do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Well, is there anything that you want to share with our audience, maybe words of encouragement or inspiration, or how can people get a hold of you? I mean, listen, guys, if you have a show out there, and I know some of you guys are watching, do reach out to Tavon. How do people get a hold of you for speaking engagements, for entrepreneurial advice, for fatherhood, for family, for unity and community? How can people get a hold of Tavon Brooks?
Well, the easiest way is to just look up Tavon Brooks on any social platform, and you will see me and my son. Tavon, T-A-V, like in Victoria, O-N, last name Brooks. But before I even get into me, it's not about me, it's about my team. My team, I have on my team people who educate you on literacy, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, stocks and bonds. My campaign manager handles stocks and bonds, investments.
I must talk to her.
So I represent a whole team. So it's not just me. So when you call me, you're calling a whole entourage of professionals on the team. So I represent them. But Tavon Brooks is me, and you can come to the Choice Restaurant or St. Louis, South St. Louis. But it's pretty much easy, just Tavon Brooks, simple, to the point,
So you're on, of course, Facebook, you're on IG, Instagram,
LinkedIn, yeah. Google, anything, Instagram, or you can find me and my son to be on there. You can see my face,
Yes, I have to have you and your son on the show again next time I come.
I wanted him here, but I figured if he was here right now, he'd be running around all inside the camera, and I don't want it. Then I won't be focused on because I'd be trying to be a father, and then, Well, but I would say this before. I ain't going to cut you off.
No, that's okay.
But I would say this before you go is I am running for alderman, but I encourage everyone to investigate all the candidates.
Yes.
Don't just pick me because I may look the best out of all of them, or I may, but do your homework and find out really what the community needs, and find out what person can provide, and if its plan is if it adapts to the community. Again, I'm not here for no one's personal feeling.
Exactly.
I'm not here for no one's personal benefit. If it does not benefit the community, I'm not for it. Simple as that. I know it sounds harsh, but
no, I'm with you on that. I mean, if you're not going to benefit the community, then do us all a favor.
Yeah.
And don't run.
Yeah. Everybody can benefit it. It's enough for everybody.
Yeah, it really is.
It's not enough, So, again, I represent the community, and I ask everybody to look me up, investigate me, thoroughly investigate me.
Thoroughly investigate him.
I do have some background in college. If you go as far as college, I was a little ignorant, But, for today, it's about community. It's about our children. It's about the single sisters. It's about our elders. It's about entrepreneurship. It's about collaboration. It's about education. It's about reinvestment. All of that, and we can do that. Like, you can't tell me here come Black Friday. This is what I'm about to really. Here's Black Friday about to approach, and we're about to spend all of our money on stuff that. What if we took that money and we bought a factory that produced the Xbox? Here it is. We're about to spend billions of dollars on the Xbox. If we took our money, invest it all together, and we can franchise and own a company here in our ward, and then we can just give off games for free. Like, here you go in the ward, and everybody pay for it. So again, I'm about ownership. I'm about production. I'm about all that kind of stuff. I'm about also proper relationships.
Can you say that? Speak to that.
Proper relationships.
Proper relationship.
Not a relationship where it's based off of physical or the tangible. It's about deep, genuine relationships. And when you mess up, come back. Hey, I'm sorry, I fucked up. Excuse the language, but hey.
He forgot it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. You accidentally sorry, but
That's
you know.
okay. We're gonna edit it.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
But for real, be real. Be real in your relationship. Be real.
Yes.
Be real. So this is the main entree. This is some veggie fried rice with some veggie fried rice with. I should have told I wasn't even going to eat on TV. I'm trying to keep my figure. You know. And this is some kale greens.
Hey.
Now, I'm gonna eat after this really hard. Right
Now, yeah, because like, hey, Helen, just so I know, all that food that I ate, it's still available for me to eat, right? Okay, great. Just checking. Thanks.
I have a program. I have some programs coming up. Also for this one, I'm program time now. The program I have coming up, it's a mentor program. The program was just created. It was in honor of a sister who asked me to. She called me out the clear blue. Well, she called me and said, "Give her a minute. Give her a minute."
I have to give him praise. The whole inside of me is giving him glory on this piece. Go ahead, I'm ready.
Thank you very much for that. So I have a mentorship program, and I'm asking for mentors, people who are. It's based off of the AP curriculum.
AP curriculum.
That's the applied.
Applied.
I forgot the word, but it's for the getting ready for college. The curriculum.
Okay.
The AP Applied Progress. I forgot the abbreviation for
That's
it.
okay. It's the Applied College Progress.
Yeah.
Get in.
But it's for 13 to 18 of our students, male and female. We educate them on mathematics, science, literacy, pretty much the stuff that is a fundamental in them succeeding. You know, something they can walk away and they can enjoy it. They can go any country and they can apply it and they can succeed. I want to get them ready for tomorrow kind of thing. 13 to 18, if you are a mentor and you want to educate on any subject that is a fundamental to your child, or even just conversate with them, you know, then reach out for me and we can become a mentor. Or if you know any children that need help in any kind of academics, or even just need someone to speak to. You know, our children right now are being locked down. It's COVID. They can't do nothing. They're going crazy. So we need to still be in our children. I have another program also, which I have some chefs. Shout out to Chef B. I got to say thank you, Chef B. But
Thank you, Chef.
we are willing to go to houses and educate our children how to cook. Again, we don't know how to cook. We eat all this fast food, so they're willing to go out and educate our mainly our young daughters, because men are going to eat what the women cook. You know, I mean, we just, you know, to our stomach. But a program where the chefs are going to go out and help teach the children how to cook again. You know,
I love that. That's gonna. Well, I certainly look forward to follow upping. You know what I'm trying to say? The food is so good. I can't think, y'all. Excuse me.
You have some dessert now. Say some more.
What? Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, great. So that's going to be delicious. Well, before we go, any final words that you want to share? Just a quick word. Let me ask you something.
I love my son.
You love your son.
You know, yeah.
What's your son's name?
Ye Kuno. Oh, absolutely. I'm an open book.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me about the pages.
So anyway, my son is Jay Kuno, 11 years old. He wants to be a YouTuber / gamer / boxer. I don't know how he got that combination in, but he wants to be like that. And so I'm working with him. I told him as long as he keep A's, then I would support his game. So yeah,
he really is. I absolutely love your son. He's just a special kid.
Thank you so much.
He really is.
But I'll say my last word.
You too.
Last word, I would just want to say to everybody, just, you know, be open-minded. Be conscious of your surroundings. Be conscious of your neighbor. And, you know, let's make it work together.
Spoken like a champ. I love it. So this is Tavon Brooks, as you guys have experienced tonight. He is definitely a man on a mission for change. And I can see that about you. And I'm so grateful to have you on the show. Yes, this was some history tonight because this is the first time we've done the cooking thing. And I'm looking forward to part 2 when I come back of doing another segment with you on the show. So thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Those of you, you know how to get a hold of him on his social media handle.
We host
Excuse me?
podcasts every Saturday.
What? You didn't tell me about the podcast.
It's not. I mean, look. When I talk about community, I forget about my own stuff. I just can't.
So what's the podcast, Mr. Podcaster?
So on Saturdays we have 3 different podcasts.
Word.
The first podcast is with Lenora Hall, the L Show, which is pretty much
Lenora Hall.
educating on financial literacy, finding your goal, finding your budget. What is your budget? How do you build your budget? That's at 12 o'clock. It's called the ROM Foundation.
Ooh, I like the way it sounds.
The ROM Foundation means elevation of God, means high place, means thunder. Small story, when I moved to Israel, they named me Ram because they looked at my character and said, you act like Ram. So my goal for that is to spark a subconscious of consciousness in our people. So the Ram Foundation. So on Saturday at 12 o'clock, we have the L Show, which is Lenora Hall Financial Literacy. Then we have Craig Webster of the Information Hour, which talks about the local politics, local businesses. We promote local businesses. And then we have Eric Prince, who promotes relationship. He wrote a book on the 10 laws of relationship success. I think it's interesting. And so that's Saturday. And I'm going to also start one because of my campaign, Coffee with Tavon.
You have to have
one. That's in the morning.
And you have to do it like a visual.
Yeah, a visual.
Yeah, this is like a, you know.
Okay.
You're on camera.
Okay. I got it.
Come out your comfort zone.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
Okay.
Okay, I got you.
All right. Okay. That's a little friendship going on there, right there.
Right.
But thank you guys for watching the show. Do me a super fave, if you would. There's some great shout outs. I want to give a shout out to Paula Shelby. I saw Giovanna Harris. Nakia. Bland. Just a new audience member as of today. Thank you for watching the show and gracing the show as well. If those of you, once again, who want to get in contact with Tavon, definitely reach him out on social media. We'll be coming back with another great show next week. And so thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. I love you guys. And as always, have significant success on purpose.
I accept all donations for my campaign.
Is there a Cap App ministry on that page?
No Cap App. I mean, no, you can just go to Tavon Brooks and just click on donate, and everything is, I'm with Act Blue, so it's official. So, but yeah, Tavon Brooks. ElectTavonBrooks.com.
ElectTavonBrooks.com. And just make sure you do that. Make sure you elect Tavon Brooks. And if you're not in the region where you can't elect him, then go ahead and support him. You see the character. You can go ahead and examine him some more. He's an open book, as he said. So feel free to support and donate to his campaign.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure, Tavon Brooks. All right, guys, that's a wrap. We'll see you guys next week. Grace and peace.